Wilson Morales from Black Film and TV. Hello, how's it going?
Going good. How's your day going?
Good, good. So here we are, making an interest on BMF. What's that feeling like? Were you already a fan, or did you have to play catch up?
No, I was already a fan. I grew up with really young parents in the 2000s, and because they were such a part of, the hip hop culture, I was always informed about what's going on through their conversations that they was having with their friends. And BMF was such an influential staple when my parents were younger. So it was just a whole bunch of casual conversations in my household anyway. Growing up, I do like to do my research of like people whose storylines I am interested in. So lots of Wikipedia articles were written. I actually watched several documentaries growing up. So I was really familiar with the BMF story before I was casted. So when I did get the call, I was really excited.
Now, how do you separate the role you're playing with who you are so that we don't think that you're getting a pass because of your previous, your day job, and we can see you as an actress?
Well, interestingly, I told my agent last year that I no longer wanted to do musician roles. So first and foremost, I'm not playing like a role that I play every day. The role that I'm playing is it's a contrast to my public image, but the little girl in me could definitely relate because the character is a tomboy and I grew up being a tomboy. So I think it's a different perspective on how people see me on screen from today, but it's something that I was able to identify with because I grew up with a lot of like uncles, boy cousins, and connected to the role.
There's a lot of members on this show, some who've been on it already, some who are new, so what's it like being part of the team as one of the newcomers?
Well, I was down in Atlanta for about a week and a half, and the cast was very welcoming. In the industry, cast can be very intimidating if it's very cliquey, but they were very, very welcoming, which made me want to go to set every day because I felt like everybody was super helpful, super suggestive, and just wanted you to win. So to be a part of that family-oriented energy just made me very comfortable.
You're working opposite Lil Meech, obviously. What did you guys do to establish that chemistry so that we, the audience, can see it on screen?
I'm sorry, I didn't catch the first half of the question.
What did you do to establish a chemistry? Like, did you guys rehearse a lot of times so that as opposed to just getting on the set and just reading lines?
Oh, so they're very, I will say they are very thorough with each scene on set. Whoever's in the scene, we get invited to like a sit down to read, to go over lines, and the director will throw out suggestions and there will be changes in real time. So before every scene was shot, whoever was in that scene, we did like a quick table read.
Mm-hmm. And so far, obviously, from what you've done so far, what did you learn while you're working on this show that helps you improve as an actress moving forward?
I think with any entertainment job, you just learn that there's always room to grow, and what you rehearse may not be what's wanted on screen. So if you have to pivot fast because it's TV and that's how things work. And the director knows what he wants, but I find those challenges really interesting, and I had a good time on set.
Is this something you want to continue to do besides, your day job?
Absolutely. And going back to what I told my agent last year, I don't want to do any more musician roles because I'm a musician every day. And I really enjoy the challenges that each character that's brought to me brings.
Well, so far from what we've seen, we're looking forward to seeing more of you. Congrats on getting the role. Congrats on being on the series. Let's do more. We're here to support. We'll talk down the road.
Let's do more. Hopefully they write me in some more episodes, okay?
Just don't die. You said there's always a ticking clock. There's always a clock on Vegas, like what episode she's gonna go out and how she's gonna go out. But right now, we'll just see you and enjoy you.
Thank you so much.
Take care. Wilson Morales from Black Film TV talking to Russell Hornsby regarding season 3, BM3, season 3 of BMF. With Charles, you never know where his moral compass is at. What are we getting in this season so far? Is Charles ready to go to the dark side?
I don't think he's ready. I think he's pulled. And I think that just his hubris helps lead him there. I think that he's a proud man. And I think he's a proud man that feels like he can control his environment. But I think we find out very quickly that Charles is out of his depth.
Definitely. Well, we've seen obviously when it comes to home, he's losing the narrative of controlling that environment. But yet, when he goes to see little Meech, he sees a little bit of that life. But there's a little bit of him. It's like Gizmo saying, "Go in, stay out." You know.
Right. Yeah.
And so, like we never know when he comes back what's gonna determine. Because at the end of the day, he's a hardworking man, and sometimes it's a question of whether or not money and fame, or really money, is gonna do him in.
Well, I think that he's easily tempted by it now, and I think the reason being is that he's realizing, understand that he has is possibly losing his wife, which means he's losing his rock, which means he's losing his aspect of stability, but also that respect, right? So it's like when you become the elder statesperson, it's used that husband and wife thing that you're together, and that's what people respect. That you've been able to keep your wife, stay together, and so that's what people come back to pay homage to, that couple, that team. So now that that's gone, I don't believe he has that same regard and that same stability in the community that he once had. So now he's searching, for something to ground him.
How much of you, obviously, I've seen you work for a long time, screen, TV, stage. Actors can never stop learning. So far, while you've been shooting episodes, is there anything you're still picking up from the different directors you're working with on this series that helps you out skill set wise as an actor as you continue to move forward with whatever project you do next?
For me, not necessarily, I wouldn't say from a director I've worked with recently. I think it's more from me growing as a man, me growing as a husband and as a father, right? So I think that what I have above all is patience that I didn't have before. Kids, make you, they challenge you in all ways, And I also, Wilson, I realized that at the end of the day, it ain't that deep, So as important as I feel my work is, as important that I feel what I do is, I feel that I am good at what I do. But I understand that there's other things at play. There's other more important things. And so I have to now realize when I'm here and work, I'm here. When I'm home, I'm home. And you have to have patience on both fronts.
I saw you work on stage. Congratulations on that. Have you been encouraging some of your castmates to get on stage, do that 8 mile, 8 days a week type of program?
Well, my thing is, you lead by example, so a lot of people know that I'm from the stage, and a few people came to see me. And I think Da Vinci is the only one thus far that has done a play during the filming, not during the filming, but obviously in this window of BMF. And I think, some will do it, but, it's not easy. And not everybody can, quite honestly. So some may try, and most won't.
Mm-hmm. And what are we expecting more? Obviously, I don't know the real life of the characters you guys are playing, and I'm sure a lot of people don't unless they go to Wikipedia. Are we expecting Charles to reunite with his wife, or what's going to happen?
I think people know that Lucille has a lot of self-respect, and it'll be hard for her to make that comeback. You know what I mean? But I will say this: what I am excited by, I don't know if I had an opportunity to direct episode 307. So that for me was a huge learning experience right there. And I think for working with other directors, I have learned a lot in shadowing a number of fantastic directors. And when I got my first opportunity to helm an episode.
So before I let you go, is this an avenue you want to do? Because I know I see a lot of actors at times direct episodes of the shows that they do. Is this an avenue you want to move forward, whether it be with BMF or other, do you want to continue to direct episodes elsewhere?
I absolutely would. And this is a great learning ground for me. And just to continue to get better. I have a lot to learn. I'm very, far from being an expert, director, or what have you. But I'm willing to do the work. And again, patience is a virtue. It's another skill set, and I'm eager to learn more.
Russell, it's a pleasure always talking to you. So let's keep Charles in the mix. Let's hope we can find a soft landing. Get back with the family, as they say in Goodfellas. You got to go home.
Gotta go home. Thank you.
So we'll talk down the road.
Indeed.